NERDSoul.
Yeah, late ill kid at OneYoungsta. Hold it down, bringing that street geek and nerd. So what is up, my people? Today, oh yeah, anime-ish crew doing it, man. We doing our thing. We chilling out here. We got some stuff to talk about. But like I said, it's we. And it's gonna be three. It's not just myself. I gonna give it over to the dubious one. Mark Dub, what's up?
What is going on, my people? It is marked up. Half man, part amazing. Y'all, we had my festival, the Soul Lab Summer Festival.
Oh
It was
yeah.
amazing.
You know what
It
I'm
was
saying?
amazing.
Y'all out
We
there
hit
doing y'all
all the marks
thing.
at the same time.
Man, it's a beautiful thing. Y'all out there doing it up, you know what I'm saying? Making, making the people happy. You know what I'm saying? Serving the community of Baton
For hip
Rouge.
hop, man. Hip hop made 50 years old.
Yo, man, that's what's up. This is what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? Getting out there in the streets, you know what I'm saying? Affecting the people. You know what I'm saying? So y'all going to
Hey,
shout at
being
him.
safe in these streets.
Oh yeah, yeah, being safe. Yeah, being safe too. You know what I'm saying? Y'all need to be look, go somewhere in love and leave in love. Don't be hurting nobody. But I'm gonna throw it over to the other half of Blurtish. You know this man as the top comic book distributor of the South. I give to you, Key Cooper. What's up?
Hey man, also I'll throw in this because this ain't an insult. I'm the top distributor of black comics in the South because black don't mean less; it actually means more. But anyway, how y'all doing out
Mm-hmm.
here? We're gonna be talking some anime today, and shout out to those who are listening on the Blurtish platform in multiple places everywhere, and of course always at www.blerd-ish.com. That's www.blurtish.com. I'm gonna throw in a couple of weird curveballs later because this is anime-ish, and for those who know how I run the anime-ish group, it's very small. I don't let anybody in there because Facebook groups are dangerous. So if you're normal, you're in there, cool. I'm gonna give a little video game love that also is animated things a little bit later.
All right. Well, you know what? I'm gonna go in and let you run away with that right now. Come on, Coop. Where them curveballs at?
Wow, he wants to curve early. So, in fact, we might do this a little bit more because, as we get more into stuff, first of all, just since video games, I do throw this into the anime-ish pot. First of all, shout out to the Ninja Turtles. Me and Mike did something special, which I want us to keep updating every year because I'm all in. Beat 'em ups, they back. And yes, there's more than in Ninja Turtles and just Streets of Rage 4. However, let me give love to the Ninja Turtles, man. Um, First of all, shout out to the homies, the Bear and Beer podcast and Squash Talk. I did a intricate podcast on Ninja Turtles, so if you want to hear about animation of the new movie, check that out. Eventually, it'll
Word.
be on Blurtish. So we went in that deep. I want to give love to to Daemu. Way Forward, man, the new DLC. I only played it like 2 times so far. I ain't have much time, bruh. It's worth it, y'all. If y'all a Turtle fan, this is like the not the just year of the Turtles. It's been the past 2 year of the Ninja Turtles. And again, I always like to just say, I ain't gonna go too hard, but all you people who are mad about the new Ninja Turtles, shut up. We got all these Turtles things coming. You got like I ain't even gonna I'm gonna get to the point.
He's like, shut up.
And like we got probably the best game of the Turtles, which is Shredder's Revenge. But if it's not, it's in the top. It's up there. But you got this, you got various multiple versions of the
Man,
Turtles.
it is really impressive. It's hard for any other version to beat, honestly.
It's just, I just, the weirdos who are mad, like y'all. Again, this is why I try. Me and Mark, we really do mean it. Just cause you old, it don't mean you gotta be a hater. I know we get grumpy, we need our bedtime and all that. But guess what? They got multiple. If they got it, the Turtles is as old as some of us, or
Yep.
just right there. They got multiple iterations of it. So I just wanted to give love to when a video game company, I love Pixar art style that is about as almost anime slash cartoonish as it could be. Because a lot of beat 'em ups have that look now. Shout out to Scott Pilgrim. That we gonna get to Scott Pilgrim later the year when that comes out. But of course, that beat 'em up again, a classic beat 'em up. Don't know if everybody touched it. I don't even think I got a chance to throw Scott Pilgrim into the beat 'em up category. That was a mistake. But take everything I said about River City Girls, apply that to Scott Pilgrim, and then there you have it. So other curveball, my mind almost went. Jesus. Oh Lord.
What is it? Some isekai or something you got?
Not an isekai. It was actually another video game thing, and I was talking about turtles. You know what? We're gonna get started. It's probably going to come back to me. It was, bro. That's
you talk about the boxing game.
Yes, thank you.
I know what you talking about.
You read my mind. You read my mind, because that is even more so as anime-ish. Yo, it's shout out to this company. It's only $14.99. I say that because, and yo, I'm not one of the paid people for this. I just want to support something that is starring a black person, a black character named Dunderay. Got a dope flat top with a lightning bolt in it. It is as anime as it gets almost. Like, with of course nod and touches to American thing. It is a anime inspired Punch Out like, put that in quotation, game. I saw it and I shared it to you all. I'm like, this is wild. The company is out of Brazil, I believe. So they may not be exactly brothers, but they seem to show some love to the brothers in the game.
You know what I'm saying? There's tons of black people in Brazil, so I mean, you never know.
All I'm gonna say is, whoever I couldn't find the exact person because I would love to interview them, but I don't know how the time change would work and all that in their company. But it comes out like next.
Hey, bro, we have a homie in Brazil, man.
Oh yeah.
I gotta ask him about the time difference, but you know what? Maybe Gift if you listen, I'm gonna holler at Gift.
Big homie Gift.
Like, because this company is really they kind of mostly make sports titles. They made 2 soccer games. One of the soccer games is kind of like a street soccer game, like the NBA Jam of it. They got 2 brothers on. They got 2 brothers on the cover of that soccer game. So I'm like, all right, this is the second game that they made. They put brothers on there, so like, they ain't really shying from diversity.
You know what I'm saying? Go and put that brother on the cover.
So I'm just gonna say, maybe it's a good chance somebody who looks like us got some creative control over there.
You know
but because
what I'm talking about.
Because here's the thing with Punch Out. 9 times out of 10, the rumor is Nintendo will never bring Punch Out back no time soon. And it can't be confirmed or denied, but because we're talking about Japanese companies, it's probably true. Quick story, this is why Nintendo Wii Punch Out, I don't know if any of y'all played it. I loved it. Great game. It was a great way to bring back Punch Out. There's one character that might have messed it up for everybody. And go figure, the Japanese character, because the game was developed by a lot of a Canadian company.
Mm-hmm.
They may have used a digitized version of a Sailor Moon comic as a gag, where Honda or Piston Honda, whatever you call it, Piston Honda, is like in between rounds is apparently reading manga, and somebody did the work and that's technically a Sailor Moon comic. Well, guess what? Nintendo didn't get permission from Bandai, whoever owns that.
Oh, and they got sued.
And basically, Nintendo is powerful, but they ain't the most powerful, publisher in Japan. And
especially since Bandai ain't by themselves. Bandai and Namco are together.
Well, it's the same big conglomerate company. Bandai may be as big as Nintendo or bigger as a company. So, if you a big dog and you lose face, as they say, I lost face, and you didn't ask for permission, you gotta bow your head and you gotta pay that money, or it's gonna look ugly for you, dog. So nobody can confirm this 100%, but that has been the hush rumors. So they took it out on like, you know what? Punch Out was like okay making us money. Well, apparently they like the hell with Punch Out. They took Punch Out and they beat it up against the wall because it basically lost them money. So sometimes Nintendo, like, they got a bunch of companies they own, but this is the few times that they let somebody that they contracted, because usually Nintendo own all the third-party companies, or they have them on a lock and key, where they really only work for Nintendo. They let a company they didn't have on a lock and key pull that off. So basically, all that to say is, if you like Punch Out, this is the only way you go get that. So Thunder Ray, very anime-ish, very anime. Brothers kicking butt, intergalactic butt. So that's the curveballs.
Not intergalactic, but
Intergalactic butt.
Man. Well, you know what? Speaking of intergalactic, speaking of going to other planets, speaking of folks,
I thought you were gonna say, speaking of intergalactic butt. I was like, Garnet?
Mitch.
Oh boy.
Mitch.
Oh man.
You got a Mitch. Got a Mitch,
man.
Speaking of the intergalactic community,
you are a clown, Coop.
By the
I
way,
just wanted to say,
Mitch equals Mitch McConnell. When you pause and you freeze up, you got to pause, player.
Man.
So that's a new word, Mitch. We taking pause and making it Mitch. You got to freeze that up. Anyway,
yo,
continue,
man.
Mike.
Oh boy.
Man, you shouldn't explain that.
No, I gotta explain it.
It's an inside joke, Coop.
I don't care, man.
Though.
We gonna use it. We're going to inflame his name, and that's all the political I'm gonna get. But
that dude
anyway,
almost died on TV,
bro, 2 times. Sorry, y'all. That's a little more blurtish for y'all.
He was playing freeze tag by himself.
Look, all right. Look, all right. Basically, speaking of the intergalactic community, I'd like to give it up to a young man from Kansas. He's just been minding his own business, just doing what he got to do, trying to get to work on time. You know what I'm saying? People won't let him do his thing. I'd like to speak about a young man by the name of Clark. You may know him as Superman. And his 2 friends, well, no, his girlfriend basically, Lois, and his boy Jimmy. They was just trying to have a nice holiday. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to have a yam-tastic holiday. That's all.
Oh, yam-tastic. All
you know
right.
what I'm saying? Just trying to get them yams. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, this episode of My Adventures with Superman was what makes My Adventures with Superman great, man. You know what? This season, I can't say that there's a whack episode, and this episode is awesome.
Not one.
With the meet the parents vibe. Man, people grabbing Jimmy and making him and trying to tell him secrets and stuff. And look, this episode is just straight awesome, and you get a dope fight scene too. So it's like this joint, it don't miss, man. It don't miss. But I'm gonna throw it over to Dub. You know what I'm saying? With this episode, what stood out to you on this one?
Well, this episode was the finale for the series. Very saddening to me,
for the season.
Oh
yeah, because they got greenlit for 2.
Yeah.
At least
right, they coming back. But for now, that that's it, and it's saddening because my goodness, man, DC has been. It's no secret they've been screwing the pooch with a lot of things, but they hit the mark. They made an anime version of Superman, and it is awesome. Every episode progressively got better, which is hard to do. There's no filler. There's like 0 filler. They hit you in the feels. Lois is there's a new spin on Lois, just like there's a new spin on Superman. Superman has a Sailor Moon esque transformation. Like it, the season finale was no slouch, man. Still accomplishing hitting you in the feels.
Yep.
Have a big reveal about Lois's pops.
Mm-hmm.
And we ain't know. Those of us in the know kind of knew, but still.
Honestly, I had no idea. And I was like, because I kind of figured he was Korean too, but I didn't put 2 and 2 together. Legit didn't. I mean, it's just a small world.
Yeah, it was a great addition to
the way they kept
lore
calling
of
him
this story.
the general, and then he introduces himself. You call me General Lane.
Lord, man.
Man, like that.
And I mean, if you really in the know, you know, eventually General Lane, just like Thunderbolt Ross became Red Hulk, in a perverse reversal of his desire to punish powered beings, he becomes one of the most powerful. General Lane in the comic becomes the Shaggy Man, a nigh indestructible automaton bent on destroying the Justice League. So,
Time out. Shaggy Man?
yeah,
Are you serious? They named that?
Yeah.
that
Shaggy.
he's. I mean, he's more menacing when you see him.
Okay,
He's he's almost like a evolutionary throwback. He's like Captain Caveman, but
not Captain Caveman.
Oh my God! So
he's Captain Caveman, but like not drawn like Captain Caveman.
You say Shaggy, you just think of the world's famous hippie who love to eat a lot. Probably
Man,
smoke.
When I think of Shaggy, I think of Mr. Boombastic. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
Nah, he is not the first. He is not the first Shaggy that come to my mind.
I didn't. I'm just saying he's the first one that comes to mind for me. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate you. Girl, I can't lie.
Lava lava. Girl. They call me Mr. Bombastic Elefantas. Okay,
man,
I'm sorry.
You're gonna make me turn on Shaggy later. First of all, shout out. That video was dope.
Thank you.
At the time when it came out.
Hey, it wasn't me. Was even dope. Well, I ain't gonna say it was dope.
Homie said you literally saw me with your own eyes, and it wasn't me. Homie said you got me on videotape, but it wasn't me.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah, that's the illest defense, man. You could go to court with that. Be like,
I mean,
now right here. You be like,
you can ask Coop. I have a brother from another mother.
Oh Lord.
Who he is not even the same ethnicity as me, and I saw a picture of him and said to myself, "Dang, when was I DJing?" It wasn't me.
If you're talking about Manuel, I mean, bro.
Yeah.
Look,
It's
not to be offensive, or I don't know how this gonna come across. Mark looked like a lot of our fellow friends from below the border, with the wavy hair and the olive to light skin, and there's a lot who's just like his same build as Mark. That's what threw me off. Like, bruh,
it threw me off. I saw a picture of him.
Hold on, that means
I couldn't tell. For a second I was like, was that me?
It's like,
when was I doing that?
You were scratching your butt off too.
Hey, I'm a hell of a DJ.
I was like,
oh man.
I'm just saying, bro. I think I came up to one of our Mexican brothers, and I was waiting for the mark in the ball, bro. I kid you not. He had like the same clothes. He had the same walk. From far away. He had the same shaped head. He had the same waves. I was like,
dang.
Oh, I was like, what? I was like, he disappeared
before your brother off,
bro. Like if he could have came up and popped me in the head if I thought it was Mark. I'm like, oh, Mark was like,
hey. Now, Coop, look. A lot of things could have been the same, but he ain't had the same waves. Because these are implants, baby. These are custom joints.
Oh boy. Anyway, back to
I had these fried diet laid to the side.
Back to
custom
Mr. Kent. Like Mr. Kent sitting in front of the oven, waiting for the turkey to get perfect, and then pulling in Jimmy to be like, to basically tell him that the turkey isn't responding. Yo, man, this whole episode, I could have been fine with this episode without any action and still been happy with what went down. And that's very rare for someone like me.
It is so crazy for you to say that.
For you to say that,
we know that you Action Jackson.
High freaking praise. And can I just say this? What you just said? How come this show in 20 minutes did what most modern day rom-coms can do in 10 minutes with the whole like a holiday episode? If it was a sitcom or movie, why in 10 minutes, I enjoyed this better than I did you people. Look, we did a whole
Oh man,
podcast on
I
it.
didn't even watch that.
Go to
When I saw the
blurtish.com.
trailer, I was like, nah, I'm good.
I'm like, yeah, this is how you do it. You actually use writing and characterization. How novel.
Man, look, I was when I saw that trailer, I was like, I'm good.
I'm gonna be honest, man. I I mean we do celebrate DC animation because it's usually on point. But I mean, this is beautiful, like something the Lord made.
Well,
It is exquisite. It is
It
art.
really is, man. This show
in
is
fact,
way better than I would have ever expected it
and
to
let
be.
me just say
Mike,
this.
go ahead, Coop.
Not just in, of course, DC Animation is the publishers of it, but the actual animators of it. Man, let's give Studio Mirror a hand clap. They are
Oh
the
yeah, definitely.
Studio Mirror is a premier, like, I guess you could. I guess I don't know if they're Japanese or American, but they strongly play in the world of anime, and they know how to make anime-ish type things. I
Mm-hmm.
said the word.
Yep.
Anime-like things,
Hey,
anime-inspired
no.
things.
Let's make this a thing. They definitely make anime-ish type things. Bing.
Because yes, because
Did y'all hear the copyright
Oh yeah, we
pop
got
up
you.
behind anime-ish
because
type thing? Bing.
we said this probably in the first review of this, but to go again, these are the people who animated. I think from what other people say, they animated Avatar. They animated
Yeah.
the new Voltron.
Mm-hmm.
What else did they do? They did so just doing those two alone, you go
Yeah.
far with me. Like, you know, I love Voltron and I love it for unusual reasons because my first anime, first love, but it actually was good, and I need to rewatch it to be honest. But for them to, well, if they did the writing on it, like, but just they know how to fit whatever the people that's writing it, they fit like a glove. They like, all right, cool, watch us cook. We're gonna add these things, and we're gonna match this animation to the dialogue. So when Clark looks at Lois and he blushes, and it's like in the way that it fits with the inflection of what the voice actor Jack Quaid is saying, it hits you in the feels extra hard. And it's like just those little touches, the little hand, the way they anim. First of all, shout out to people who can draw hands. It's important. Well, we talked about hand touching with that terrible show. When Lois did the little, when she actually tricked Superman Clint into strapping the handcuffs on him, she did a little pinky touch, just a little persuasion that women know how to do on anybody, and she got him. And it just took a second of animation for to get all that feeling to what was happening. You know, for us experience with them hand touches. So, you know, shout out, just got to give Studio Mirror a shout out for them. And shout out to DC for contracting them.
Yeah, because see, you know, DC is always smart when it comes to getting the anime. There's few animated series DC does that I don't like, and man, it's just, you know, high praise all around. But with what I just said, I'm gonna walk to another anime that surprised me in a similar way. Another one that normally I would not like a whole bunch of, you know, just walking and talking stuff. I'm gonna give a shout out to the one and only Jujutsu Kaisen, y'all. Jujutsu Kaisen is bizarre. They got the Shibuya incident in the first episode that we get back, because we got 2 episodes back, but the first episode we get back, at first it's just like Yuji walking around with Fushiguro and stuff. They're just hanging out with Shizuka. No, not Shizuka. I'm thinking about Zom. But they're just like walking around, and I really enjoyed them just hanging out, and like the comedy they put in there with the girl and with the girl that used to go to his school. Like, I was sitting there enjoying it to the point where I'm like, hey, you know what? Normally I would not like this, but I am having a good time. You know what? I got to give them their props. Because normally when it comes to like, oh, let's sit down at the restaurant, I don't be feeling that. Nope,
I
nope.
Mike the Action Man does not like
Action
dialogue.
Jackson.
I'll
Action
be like, we
Jackson.
got to get to it. There's demons and stuff. There's sorcerers that's doing bad. Gito is still out on the
Quick,
prowl. We
quick
got to stop it.
aside, quick aside, non-animation. No, we really need a reboot of Action Jackson, y'all. Somebody make that
You know
happen. If y'all,
what?
we really need to see a black Arnold Schwarzenegger type brother literally choking people up, body slamming them with no gun. I mean, he used guns, I think, but he didn't need guns. Literally was jumping
Nah,
through.
he's just beating people up. Didn't he drive a car into like a
Bruh,
house?
Carl Weathers was whooping people
Look,
with a tucked in polo shirt buttoned up to the top.
look, I'm gonna tell yo,
I
it was
love it,
buttoned up
man.
to the
Look,
tizzock.
Carl Weathers is my guy, man.
Yo, I'm gonna tell y'all, for all y'all young brothers out there, you
Look,
don't understand how dope Carl Weathers was. All right,
go
Carl
watch
Weathers.
Action Jackson,
All
y'all.
right, bruh, like, all right, in the 80s, all right, he was like a brother that had like an ill mustache, all right, and he had mad muscles, and he was just like, he was that dude. It was like him,
Bruh,
then after him, it was like Wesley Snipes, but like, look, I'm
I'm gonna
telling you, Apollo Creed and Action Jackson,
I'm gonna
bruh,
tie
come
this
on,
in
man.
to anime, folks. And somebody in anime give Wesley Snipes and Carl Weathers. They ain't gotta be in the same show. Give them some voice acting parts. Let
Thank
they
you.
bring their characters over to anime. Just be like, let them be a new trope. But like, we got a Carl Weathers brother. Just if you want to use black tropes, whatever, bring Carl Weathers in. Show love to some of our greats. If you want to make tropes in Japan, do it right. Bring Carl Weathers over to there.
And I
You
mean,
know,
at least he's gotten some props in Mandalorian, seeing him as Grief Karga. You know what I'm saying? So, he has gotten some life in that show. He was in another show that was like a sitcom, but I didn't really watch it. But because he was a dad in something, I remember seeing like a
yeah,
commercial for it.
A
But
long time ago,
not too long.
like maybe like the mid tens.
man.
Yeah,
He did a sitcom with Daryl Chill Mitchell
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
some
about.
years ago. That joint was good, man. I
Oh,
think it
really?
only lasted a season.
It was like a season 2. I think that's the one because that's where he was like completely bald and he just shaved everything.
Yeah.
Then he popped up on the Mandalorian.
Yep.
So yeah.
But
But that was
like
just a quick aside.
with Jujutsu Kaisen, they did a great job on their first episode back, basically on some like, look, we're gonna give you some slice of life, but it's gonna be funny, it's gonna be interesting. You're gonna be happy to be back in the normal time with Yuji and everybody, with Kujisaki and Megumi or Fushiguro, whether you call him Megumi or Fushiguro, and because I know with them meaning like Japanese formally, they usually use what we would consider their last name sort of as their first name. But then normally we would use like Yuji, but they would call him Itadori. So, you know what I'm saying, when I'm kind of like saying the same person, but like just vice versa. But seeing them hanging out together, and then the whole thing with the girl that liked them, that was hilarious. But we also got some fight scenes. We got the first one, we got a piece of a fight. You know what I'm saying? We saw that we got a double agent. So I'm very pleased with how this is starting out. And Gojo gets called out mad early, you know what I'm saying, in this part. In the second episode of this arc, Gojo is already called out by Gito, I assume. And he like, yo, look, bring it here, boy, because we gotta settle up. And I'm like, that's how you do a show right there. You got crazy, huge mech fight with demons and seals or whatever, and then you kind of like take over a whole part of Shibuya. Like, man, look, it's already crazy, and I'm just happy that we got what seems to be like a 1v1 call out. Because they like, look, we got all these people hostage. We ain't letting them go until Gojo show up. And Gojo showed up like, somebody call my name? Like, it's like, yo, bruh, Gojo, they need to change his name to I'm him, bruh. Because that's who he is.
Pretty
Like,
much.
for real.
He is that dude. He's
Yo,
that guy.
man. But yeah, if y'all haven't seen it yet, the 2 episodes are out now. I think it's technically, I think it's episode 30 and 31, but go on, peep those. I'm not going to, like spoil too much, but Jujutsu Kaisen is back,
Well, it's
and
definitely back in my rotation now that it's back. Now that
bruh,
Superman is done, I gotta get on it again.
bruh, they ain't no joke. It's let's see what episode. Because they dropped two back from the break, so they dropped episode 30 and 31. So it's like that is the one where you get some slice of life, and then Evening Festival, like bruh, that joint is a straight up brawl. Like I'm about to go watch that again. How much brawling it is, and I mean we got since we
So
back, we
so
got all kinds of brawling.
the brawling part is called Evening Festival. For some reason, that sounds appropriate for an episode without a fighting. It sounds like a wrestle special.
Bruh, like
The evening festival.
like
Bring
'cause
all
we
your
get-
grievances and fight.
Yeah, because it's like that. You see a little, there's a slight bit of mystery. We kind of uncover some stuff, and then the fight starts off. But then, like, it gets straight popping. And
To be honest, can I just be honest? That sounds like some problems out here in Baton Rouge or any places that get a little crazy. It'd be like, come down to the state fair, the evening festival, and that's when all the fights happen.
Nope. Look, I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm pretty sure it's the same everywhere. If you go into the state fair, do not go to the state fair after dark. I know it seems cool. You want to see the colors. You want to see the lights on the rides and stuff. No, go get your funnel cake before it get dark, because look, the freaks come out at night. I'm just saying that. Look, you know the deal.
Man, the state fair is one of the most dangerous places ever.
Bruh, I'm like, no matter
for
what
various
state,
reasons.
It
no matter
goes
where you at,
down
the state fair is always
terribly
wild.
at the state fair here.
But they moved it further out. That don't matter. It probably used to be closer in town.
And I don't even know why people. I don't even know why people come to state fair to act up. Like, why you gonna pay your money to act a fool? Why don't you do it for free somewhere where it's free? Like, you gonna come pay your money to act stupid?
The people who couldn't get into the clubs act stupid. They getting they start on, and then you got the old players who don't want you to even look at them side eye. You looking at me? Who you eyeballing? And then don't throw in the Jethros who might.
Oh boy.
The state fair is a bad mix of everything.
Yeah, like on the real, go to the state fair on Saturday, like high noon. Don't be hanging around there like, oh, it's gonna be fun at nighttime. Nope.
Go Sunday after church. Then leave.
Yo, man.
Still leave. Still don't stay. Yo, go closing day.
Yeah.
Early in the day.
Like, state fair is just, it ain't safe, man.
Our
Like,
state fairs is not like the anime fairs where you find love and you see the fireworks and stars.
Oh no. And don't think you're gonna take your girl. And I know we ain't talking about anime right now, but look, we trying to impart some life lessons on y'all. Y'all little youngsters. Look, don't take your girlfriend to the fair to have a good time, because here's the thing. In your mind, I'm gonna have a great time. We gonna hold hands, ride some rides, eat some fair food. But here's the thing: there's gonna be some knucklehead wolves there that are gonna think it's funny to test you in front of your girl.
Mike, I'm gonna stop you right there.
Don't do that.
That has happened.
We even gotta make it a sex thing, gender. Don't matter the sex. Ladies, don't bring your guy out there that you might want to
the
be.
women wilding too.
This Baton Rouge, dog.
Man,
come on.
Oh, y'all got them hood chicks. Y'all got them hood chicks that be coming out.
It don't matter. It can be church girls. They will come. The hood. They will metamorph into the werewolves that you talking about.
Bruh,
it don't matter. It don't matter, man.
You be trying to have a cool night out. You like, oh, this will be great. We can go to the fair. You know, some cotton candy, some funnel cake, ride some rides. No, because there's gonna be some dudes that's just trying to be funny. And it's like you gotta, you know what I'm saying, you gotta test your manhood, because it's like, on one hand it's like, look, I can't let these dudes do this, but like, yo, this ain't back in the day. Folks will go to the trunk on you fast. You know what I'm saying?
Folks bring the trunk with them. It don't matter.
Oh, they ain't checking at the door?
I don't trust, man. Don't trust no security in this play. Don't trust it.
Security don't even look at your bag. They just be like, going in.
Security
don't even be looking secure.
Security might
look like they get they perk. Get their belongings taken.
They be like,
Mm.
y'all don't pay me enough to secure this, but you
They
security.
really do.
Yeah, it's like, bro, you
But
like look through the bag, man. Come on.
and look, if we talking about state fairs, they might like the excitement. Look, man, it's gonna be
Man,
like
look.
look, we talking about anime. It might be like a whole episode of Tokyo Revengers.
Mm.
So
Like, bruh, cause I mean, like the state fair here, I ain't take like I'd love to take my son, but I ain't nah.
don't. Just simply don't.
Yeah, unless like I said, high noon. Don't be staying there when it be late. Nope. Just go there
Man,
when it first open up,
be out of
walk
there
around a
by
little bit and
4.
leave.
Be out of there by 4, 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
Be out of there while the light's still on
Yeah. Don't stay to no 7.
in the
7
sky.
8, you're playing. 7
Yeah, 'cause
8.
yeah, 'cause when I was in high school, cats started shooting at the state fair. So I'm like, yo, like you talking about 98, 2000? Like I graduated in
Bruh,
2000. So you talking about like cats was
you
shooting the
can't
state fair then.
go to certain state fairs, certain high school games, especially high school football games. Oh my
Yeah.
god. You just cannot that even many state even
Cool.
many
Last
region.
week at the Jamboree here, someone got shot.
Yeah, was it the Port Allen? I think somebody was telling me that. So
Yeah.
yeah, so and to make it a little bit lighter, rest in peace to my brother. I seen my brother at Baker being hauled off in the paddy wagon, and I'm just like, nobody ain't be like, "What's your brother?" Like, I don't know, man.
He's like,
Like,
I
like
don't know.
nobody asked me
Hey,
like,
that's your
"Yeah,
brother?
cool."
I don't know.
I'm like, God damn it. I'm just, excuse me. Anyway,
Anyway,
can't even join
look,
a football game.
watch
Anyway,
the Jujutsu Kaisen. Only the right people are getting shot and or beat up. Well, I mean, some of the bad sorcerers ain't beating up good people, but don't you know what I mean? We beating up the bad guys or trying to. Oh, and you see Toto. Toto's it. Like, man, look, it's good to be back in normal time. Even though I know we had to get our flashback, but I'm glad to be in regular normal time now. You know what I'm saying? Regular every normal right now time.
so yeah,
Uh,
we finally done got out of the weird uh backwards frontwards way of watching Jujutsu Kaisen.
yeah,
So I can now watch season 1 and catch up real quick and jump into the modern time.
yeah. Season one is that fire. And shouts to HBO Max. When I first got HBO Max, they were like, "You might like this," and I was like, "What?" I was like, "Oh snap, I do like this." So, so shouts to HBO Max on that one. But
I'm shocked
or
they haven't
sorry,
lost.
Max.
I'm shocked they haven't lost the license yet. It must have been a long license because eventually that thing will be off of Max. I promise you, unless they keep
It's all good. I got Crunchyroll. You know what I'm saying.
because Crunchyroll. Yeah.
I keep some my quality. You know what I'm saying.
Hey man, shout out to Camvision. Quality,
But,
and great quality service.
getting that
Quality.
480p.
Hey man, we got 1080p now. All right, man. 880. Shout out to the
But-
homie.
Nah,
Cal.
I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna
You
do
the
it.
best.
Literally,
Like
we
that.
got 1080p.
We
So,
have
yeah.
1080p. He got new systems. I'm
All
telling
right,
you.
word,
We the
word.
Hey man, we the beta testers, bro. We gotta shout out our homeboy, man. He keep us animated up.
All right,
Kim
that's what's up. That's
Bichon.
what's up. You know what I'm saying? Now, I want to throw it over to a young man that has hit hard times recently. He was trying to mind his business, go on a road trip, if you will. Just him and two friends, just hitting the road, open road, minding their business.
Yeah.
And they got stopped by his old boss. His old boss was not nice. I'm talking about Akira, man. Poor Akira. He can't win. Like his friend got hurt. You know what I'm saying? Kensho got hurt. You gotta get him bandaged up, and he sadly went into I don't know service / I don't know indentured servitude to his old boss.
What you want to say is he was trauma. He regressed by trauma. He
Mhm.
regressed into the dead, inside, hapless loser that he kind of became until he got his life back. And look, man, sometimes there are some people First of all, shout out to the theme. Shout out to you, Mike. This has been an episode about episodes that a lot of talking, and they've been great.
Yep.
Like this didn't have. Well, Zom always got action in it. Like that's the
But
kind
we
of
learned a lot
punchline.
about Shizuka that was like really talky.
Well, I knew. That's why I said don't hate on her because I read the manga. I know I'm that guy. But that's why I was like, it's coming. I said Shizuka gonna have. I'm telling you, it only gets better. I know she's a
She
little
went through
rough.
her troubles.
But she was right. She was Zom. She's just a more successful Zom. Excuse me, I call him Zom. Akira.
Yeah.
She's a more successful one, and she said it. She like, I was you until you woke me up. That was dope. Like she like, you really lifted me up, Akira, and I'm here to lift you up. I do care about you, and she's gonna show more signs.
That was a beautiful moment too.
Like, and you can see like the way they do this thing. And this is how I love a more mature anime sometimes. That you get the close up and you get the feelings in the characters' faces and emotions. And you can see it through her eyes. And she saw Akira was dying inside. And she's like, let me write this. She like, number 37. Tell your boss off. Now, I do think, I wish when he woke up, when he was going through it, and he just, I felt bad for him too, because that is terrifying. Like, the man literally could not breathe, and he was so traumatized by his day-to-day boss, because that was like, the CEO was one thing, but he didn't really deal with the CEO on a daily basis. But this underling here,
Yeah.
this guy here who's your line boss, who you can never get credit, always taking credit for your ideas, always in your face telling
Still
you what
doing
you
it.
ain't gonna do. It's still doing it after the world is over, the apocalypse. He's still like, oh, my underling, this and that. And he like I said, it was just ridiculous, the parts where he were like, oh, you can't, why did you do this without me? Can you think for yourself? Like, bruh, there's no win with this guy. So I wish Akira would have put them hands on him, but Akira is a nice guy. But if he was a zombie, Akira would have killed him. If he was a zombie, I wish, of all people who should get bit, should have been
Thank
this
you.
guy.
But I guess they wanted him to be left alone by himself. So
I ain't gonna lie, I would bring, if I was the writer, I would do some kind of gag where he pops up and survives somehow. I don't know if you can make him a good guy. Don't make him like redeemable.
Please don't do that. No. If he pops up, please let something bite him.
Next
bite
time,
the hell out of him.
He pop up, I want him to think he's gonna get redeemed, and he just get bit. He just like, oh, he's dead. Well, we tried.
now I'm gonna throw it off to Coop to Dub after this, but I want to know, have either of you had a boss like that? Because I did at Burger King, y'all. I ain't going front. When I was at Burger King, there was this dude. He was like him, and he was just mean for no reason. And I could not wait to get out of Burger King. I could not wait.
Well, I'll jump in as a fellow Burger King person. I had Burger King people I hated. The lady who hired me probably was improperly trying to holler at me as a 16-year-old. There's that.
Yeah, it's like, I'm 16, right?
And she was flaunting her hunting buddy over there, wink, wink.
Wow.
She was a married woman, and yeah, she was a, what's that song, redneck woman? But she like the darker hunting buddies. I saw them. I met the brother came in there. He had his hunting clothes. They hit the road. They do on road trips together too. Ain't that? That's what I knew. A level of innocence was lost working at Burger King. So just my first job alone, I was like, you know what? People get their little bit of power. Sadly, there's more of Kasagi's than there are of good people.
Yeah, Coop knows. I'm in a great working situation now. I left. I worked in the same department, but like a different section, and I worked under a guy. Man, there was no winning with him, and I did my best. I was as congenial as I could be on the job. I was a great co-worker to my co-workers. None of that mattered, and it ended. It ended in a way. He is fortunate that I didn't have opportunity to end things there the way that I did. I'll say the way that I'd like to have ended it.
So
And that's the nicest way I can say it.
so Mark,
I wanted to make him trade his legs for wheels.
so Mark,
Oh.
if he was a zombie, would you have done what
yeah,
Akira
man.
did to the CEO?
Oh man, look, I take my time with him. I take my time with him. I'd be like, dang it, I don't know how slow you died in life, but you're gonna die slow again in death.
Mark said he's gonna unalive you as you're unalive.
Piece by
Man,
piece,
look,
boy.
when Kasagi was like, you got to do this, you got to do that, blah blah blah. Because remember, the deal was like, yo, we gonna work for 2 days because you patching up my boy, and you're gonna fix the tires that you tow up in the first place. But don't get me started. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? You gonna do that, so fine. But when he was like, oh no, well you got to stay more than 2 days, I'd be like, whoa 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 whoa, you know, this ain't this ain't you know, whatever job y'all was at, this ain't that. See, the world over.
And just to give you a little backstory about Shizuka's dad, he actually reading up on it. He's like a Japanese dude. I don't even know if he went to college, but or something. He started a business, became this big time. He's one of like a Japanese businessman that came over like in the 80s or something.
Yeah.
And became super successful. So of course he thought he was hot stuff and could do, you know, could do anything. So
yeah, couldn't tell him nothing.
He won in the West, so of course winning in the East is automatic for him. So that's why he was the way he was. I don't know where her mom was at. We may never know. But the way his opinions about marriage was like, her mom was maybe just a trophy anyway. So, or maybe she was dead. Who knows? You know, usually in anime they dead. So, you know, so it's like mom already passed.
Anime, if you animate it at all, your parents gonna be dead.
If you
just letting you know,
got 2 parents in an anime, either you a side character, but if you last to the 3rd quarter, one or both of your parents are dying.
That is hilarious. Coop
said Naruto.
You gotta be you gotta be a side character.
Bro, that's the only way they're gonna live.
What, maybe like Shoto? I can't really think of.
Bruh.
I'm trying to think of people that aren't side. I mean, Shoto is a side character, but he's kind of like I guess like a upper side character. Because like you see,
my name, I'm drawing a blank. I know what you said. I know.
Shoto in My Hero.
Talking about Icy Hot.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call him a side character. He's like he's a side character, but he's like a third and protagonist.
Yeah, he's like an upper side.
He's a lower protagonist. He's one of the protagonists. He's one of the main. He's a main character.
Because his family, and the issues with his family is like a main driver of like the last 2 seasons. So,
but I'm saying somebody like in Naruto. It was Shikamaru, the trio. Shikamaru, what's her name? Inuya and Choji. All 3 of their dads died at the same time.
Dang.
They got obliterated in the Great Ninja War, or the recent Ninja War, by one of them giant bombs that the spirits shoot, and they had to say goodbye to their parents.
Dang.
So they the trio came together. They loved together like they were like non-relatives, but they were like 3 clans that build loyalty to each other within that, and they all died together. Now, ain't that something? So in anime, your parents live long enough, you're going to say goodbye to them. If you grow up and your parents grow, they gotta go. Yeah,
they look. If you animated, your parents ain't long for this world.
Sometimes,
or if Naruto, they are, you ain't gonna be in the front. You ain't you gonna see you once a season.
Or in Naruto again, they'll have your dad. You never met him. He'll come back as a zombie, then he gotta go again. He'll help you out a little bit, but
give you a little bit of help, little touch.
He'll show you why you was cold in the first place. Then he gotta go.
Yeah.
Because Naruto dad was cold.
Yeah, man, the Yellow Flash he was nice with it. I gotta give him his props. He was nice. But yeah, Akira, I like how he got his pep talk. He finally got back to it. He got a great plan for defeating the zombies that kind of came out of nowhere. Well, because somebody wasn't checking, the product properly. But but like his bomb plan and everything. Look,
I loved it.
I gotta give it to him, man. The
Like
dude
when
comes through.
I saw it, I thought of y'all. Like I know Mike is just loving it. It's like they got to jump away from explosions. Like this is Mike
Oh
right here.
yeah, yeah, man. Look, jumping away just like that. The petrol truck that drove into the fire truck. I was like, yeah, or the gas truck. I was like, bro, this perfect.
Like
And like he was riding away from the explosion, all cool. I was like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
he was like, look, he's like, if we gonna really jump, and Kira said, one, two, ah,
Yo,
jump.
that's how you do, man. You gotta be like, yo, like
Ain't no
we in a
talking right
movie.
now. Ain't no talking right now. Like, bro, just the 5-10 minutes you get of action in Zob is nuts. Like we do a
Yeah,
lot of explaining, but every episode, zombie outbreak, they ain't letting up on you. It's gonna
yeah.
be played
Zom
for.
is it's another show. Like none of these shows be whack. Like Superman, it's not whack. Jujutsu Kaisen, straight flames. Zom 100, another one. Like, bruh, we out here eating right now,
Like y'all,
Nailing it, bro.
so
Nailing it.
much. And it's like
bruh.
I'm kind of almost happy that Zom got delays, cause this should go through like the Halloween time. And if they stop where I think they gonna stop, like y'all, I promise you, if you love Zom, you think it's good now. Now that we on the road and we done got some key moments in, it only still gets better.
Dang,
Like it only
that's
gets
what's
better.
up.
Action
Yeah,
increases,
that's what's
the
up.
action increases, humor increases, the absurdness increases, and that's crazy since we just had like a shark with human legs that was chasing after
Yeah,
us.
that was a crazy episode. But he also, he became a superhero, man. He had a cool suit and all that. So I was like, yo, Akira be coming through.
I'm just saying this road trip, bro, it's gonna like really like it's gonna if you don't hit you in the fields at some point, you ain't got no soul.
Mm.
Why you gonna say that? Your soul is hard.
Well, you know
Like
what? I'm gonna end it off on this next one because we coming up on time. But my people, you know what I'm saying? He said the right word. He said soul, and the soul reapers, all right,
Lord,
have been redeeming themselves. You
about
saw
time.
President Kimpachi. You know what I'm saying? President
He's-
Kimpachi came through.
you just upgraded. He's the captain now, huh?
Yeah, he is the cat. Look, man, look. He gave me faith back in the Soul Reapers. But yo, this episode, Kenpachi, he just won a fight, so he like, man, whoo, I need to sit down for a second, man. I need to, give me some protein, one of those like those drinks, the recover drinks after your workout. I need some of that. And the shorties rolled up on him, and it won't looking good. But y'all forgot the brother with the turban showed up. That's right, Ichigo. All right.
Piccolo.
Piccolo gonna take that turban off and take the shoulder pads off. Yo, Ichigo showed up, and everybody was like, "Hold up, who this? Oh, that's the number one target, girl. Y'all, man." Shorties thought they was gonna hurt him for real. He was like, the thing is, Ichigo's so different now. He did normally Ichigo be like, "I'm gonna beat you. I'm gonna stop you." He ain't even talk the whole time. He was like, "Man, get this mess out my face."
I mean, this is
He
what
was
he
like,
does when he get to a new level in form. He ain't talking.
"Yo,
Go
he
pick
ain't
up.
had no words." All them Ritter G and Ritter P and all them girls' names, he was just dusting them. They had to go to their strongest form and still won't hurt them. Then the other folks jumped in, still couldn't hurt him. He was still like dodging, like, man, what y'all got? And then of course he got the reinforcements. You know what I'm saying? So the Soul Reapers, y'all look, y'all back now. All right, y'all look, y'all back. I'm look, I'm happy. I'm glad to see y'all fighting.
they,
Y'all, you know
they
what I'm
finally
saying?
earned the Action Man stamp of approval.
Yo, man, because they was looking bad for a minute, man. They would look, come on. They was getting beat. They was
Oh,
all getting washed up. So, but they needed President Kenpachi to come through. You know what I'm saying? President Kenpachi came through, and then now Renji, he's feeling himself. He out there throwing the little, I don't know, extendo blade. Rukia and her brother done reunited. So man, look, hey, now and they in the episode they all pose together. So come on, bruh, it's on.
oh, anime poses.
Man, they pose. Look, man, look. He got the turban, and they did an anime pose. Look, we looking good. But I want to know. Hold up, have y'all seen this one episode yet?
I haven't. I'm still behind on Bleach.
All right, because Uryu did show up, and he fired some shots at Ichigo, and Ichigo's like, "Yo, man, what you doing, man? Like, what's going on?" He ain't say nothing to him though, man. Dang. All that friendship. Well, see, I'm still not done with the regular Bleach. I'm watching it, slowly to try to watch it concurrently.
So
But I'm like, it's weird being
saying-
like, y'all was cool, man.
he's saying Udio popped up with the State Fair energy.
Oh yes, yeah, he did. Man, that State Fair energy, man. Y'all stay away from that, y'all.
Yeah,
like,
it's something
y'all want
different.
Too
that.
much.
The trip is State Fair. Like the state police be there, and like people still be like, Psh, I don't care.
They'd be like, let them fight until we gotta arrest people.
Like they're gonna arrest you, but they're gonna let y'all shoot for a little bit.
Yeah, they want you to do their dirty work.
But like seeing the moment with Ichigo come up to Kenpachi like, yo man, I came to help you out. He like, what? He like, you came to help me? It's like, look, man, come on, Kenpachi, you still got another level. Take that eye patch off. You got that. Come on, you got another level. You know what I'm saying? Go and hit your transformation. I mean, I know that's Dragon Ball, but still, go and hit that transformation.
His elevating of his spirit.
Let them know who you are. But really seeing this episode made me happy, or these last two episodes with Kenpachi going crazy and then Ichigo coming back, bruh. And even when he was coming back, Rukia was like, I can feel his soul pressure. I was like, man, look, come on. You know that's your girl, even though I don't know if it's his girl because I haven't finished the first series, so I don't know if it's good. But it's like, man, that's your girl. Come on. Bruh, hold up. Let me tell y'all, I forgot about fan service, bruh. Watch this episode. When you see Orihime show up, just chat me in the group chat, bruh.
She is
what are they doing?
Walking fan service.
Bruh, what are they doing? My dude.
I don't even have to have watched this episode. And
Bruh, the outfit is like, but look, at the same time, it's not just for the ladies. Because Chad oiled up. Chad out there looking like he a R&B singer. Like, bruh.
A K-pop singer.
Yo. I mean, K-pop is just warmed up R&B. Let's not front about it.
We know.
Let's be for real. I know I'm gonna hurt y'all K-pop fans' feelings, but y'all ain't doing nothing that New Edition ain't already do. Y'all ain't like, stop it.
But shout out to the K-pop fans if y'all listening. Y'all enjoy y'all. If you
enjoy y'all K-pop.
Enjoy your K-pop.
Bruh.
I understand.
Chad had the chest and the abs out, bruh, with the oil on them.
For the ladies, I guess.
And I was talking to Lisa. Lisa's watching it with me because I mean she'll be in the room sometimes, and she'll be like, "But he ain't even protected." I'm like, "I know."
He don't need none. He don't need no shirt.
He's like, "Look, I don't need protection. I don't need no shirt. I'm strong."
He like, I am the protection.
Yo, man, Chad came through. But when you see Orihime, bruh, it don't make no sense, y'all.
And these are these are what 16, 17-year-olds.
Yeah, remember they supposed to. Well, I thought they were like 16 in the original series. Ain't they like 20ish now? I guess.
Hell no.
It's TV time, so who
they're
knows?
still in school.
It's like 10 seasons and it's been 1 week.
Remember when they showed up in episode 1, they still have their school uniforms on.
Yeah, but this is way after that show.
No, they still in school. They still in school. Like they have.
I'm like the first Bleach is like years and years ago.
This is still high school. I promise you.
Because I'm assuming that like I, you know what? I'm gonna need a timeline. I'm gonna need a real timeline.
Go
Don't be telling me it's been like 2 weeks. Like the
find the
whole series been like
timeline,
two
and I
weeks.
promise you, they still in high school.
I mean, you right because Hell's Paradise. I'm thinking like they've been on that.
Bruh.
I'm thinking they've been on that island for like a month. He said it was 3 days. I
And
was like, hold up, brother,
also,
what?
and look at their ages. Well, we ain't gonna go into the age thing, but I'm just saying the main character. We ain't gonna go into the big problem. Old boy is 16 and old girl in Hell's Paradise is 17. Or like, so come on.
I'm like, you ain't lived long enough to do the stuff they say you did.
He was a murderer since he could walk.
Like, did you kill your first? Did you catch your first body at like 5? Like,
Soon as he could talk at 3, they gave him a knife to start shaking people.
I'm like, bruh, like y'all math don't be adding. Like y'all, like, look, y'all need somebody just to sit y'all down and tell y'all the logic of like time. Like, all right, because you talking about like the illest kung fu or karate or ninja people. Like, is let's say to become a master at something like that, at like a fighting style.
Like,
You're looking at what? Let's say if you're really trying hard. Let's say what, like 8 years or so to be like a real, like a real man. Like, and I mean, you got to be on it like daily. Say like 8 years, 10 years, and this dude is 16. So what? He started kung fu killing at 6.
mhm.
And like, come on, bro.
I mean, they
Like
do
these,
have the smartest, like,
you need to add like 5 to 8 years to
Bruh,
everybody's age on that.
5-year-olds just have a consciousness in the world. Anime 5-year-olds have full monologues in their heads and be talking this.
Anime
So,
5-year-olds be selling insurance and going to work.
so I'm just
Doing
saying,
doing taxes on the side.
they be having full grown relationships with like in the playground, but like, I want to be, but I loved her, and they just held hands, and then he remember that from like 15 years. No, excuse me, just 10 years down the line when he's
Oh
15,
boy.
because it's never like 20 years. It's just, or it'd be 7 years. They'd be like 8. That's supposed to be my wife. It's like, you're 7. Calm down.
Yeah, we found out their ages, I was like, bro, what? So I'm thinking, because since the first Bleach, they were in high school, but I'm thinking this is years after that. So I'm thinking they've
Brother.
graduated high school, but
No, first
so,
Bleach.
so in the first Bleach, they never
He's
graduate.
Not really. No, especially not in the anime.
So
just
hold up.
keeps-
So all these years from the first Bleach and now in Thousand
Right.
Year Blood War, I'm
You
supposed to
said
believe that
years.
these.
This is like months or maybe a couple of years.
Wow.
Like, he's like 15 when Bleach starts. It's always 15, sometimes 14, but they say 15 because that's when they're 9th grade. And they're only 3 years of high school. So it's like 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 at most. So 15 through 19 is when all this stuff always happens in shonen for most characters.
Bruh,
4 years. Just 4 years.
bruh, like I'm thinking they at least looking at like
If not
20
just
right now.
if not just 3, they never are allowed to be 20, because once you make 20 and 21, they start calling you old man in anime, or 25.
But like they've been fighting for like they all look mad grown.
But they be like, you mad grown when you 25.
And like Orihime she is not dressing like a young lady. I'll tell you that. Cause
Hey,
I'm gonna tell you in this episode, she out there looking for somebody. That's all I'm saying.
I ain't gonna necessarily condone, agree, or disagree, even though I ain't seen it. Those ain't necessarily thoughts of Blurtish LLC, but I will see for myself, and we will
Nah,
see whatever. Cause
I'm just saying she don't look like she going to school. All right.
have you been to school lately, Mike?
Well, yeah, that's true. I
Have you been to college lately?
because I'll probably go to high school and be like, "Excuse me, young lady."
Have you seen the teachers at schools lately?
Yo, I have seen some of these teachers. Some of these teachers is wrong.
I ain't go. We ain't again. Blurtish LLC is not gonna say what's right or wrong, and everybody's opinion.
I'm gonna tell you what's wrong. All right? I'm gonna tell you.
But I'm just saying,
Like, look,
it
I'ma
ain't what
tell
you
what
think
I
it
know.
is.
All right, you supposed to be forming their minds. All right, not you know what I'm saying. You supposed to be forming their minds, fortifying their minds.
I
All
wish
right,
I could say.
you messing up their focus.
I wish I could say a statement that my dad had said about where he grew up.
Mm.
But I ain't go. I can't say it because I know you like to for your recordings and your episodes that you collaborate with us, you like to keep it PG. I'm
I
gonna
like to
let
keep
y'all.
it PG too.
Yeah,
I'm
you know what I'm
You
saying?
just
Go
be
ahead. The
letting
family
that
shit.
thing fly.
well, I
Mm,
cannot say what my dad say, but I'm just gonna say ain't nothing new under the sun. I'm gonna leave it at that. Y'all formulate where we going with that one. But
mm.
but yeah,
But
man.
back to Ichigo. You know what I'm saying? Look, it's we end off the episode of him being like, "Yo, Uryu, what's good, man? What's going on? Talk to your boy." And Yach is like, "Have you said your final farewells?" And Uryu looked at Yach and he was like, "Yep." And I was like, "Dad." He turned his back. He ain't never looked back neither. He turned his back on them, all three of them.
Used to be my homie,
Man,
used to be my ace. Now you wanna slap the taste out my mouth.
mm, 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 mm. Dang, it's cold, man. It's a cold world. But that look, I was excited to see him back. The fight scene in the last episode. Well, no, sorry, the last three episodes, because Rukia, Kenpachi, and now, man, look, we good. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Soul Reapers is back. Well, I mean, this still was some Soul Reapers that got washed up, but we ain't gonna consider them. We really talking about five Soul Reapers, all right? Rukia, her brother, who I can never remember his name, please help me out. Uh
Rukia's brother.
Kenpachi,
Rukia's brother, that's what he
yeah.
is.
Renji and Ichigo. That's it. All right, that's who we gonna roll with. Everybody else, look, man, y'all,
uh
do some push-ups or something.
Bro,
You know
those
what
the
I'm
same people we've been rolling with since Bleach One. I'm telling you, it's nothing different. The rest
saying?
of them are scrubs. The
Yeah,
only
because
other
the
people
Toshiro, the one that looked like a little kid, it looked like he came over from Dragon Ball and forgot what anime he was in. Like
he kind of
he
can roll at a point.
he got washed up.
But he got washed up in by Aizen in Bleach One. And he's a captain.
Dang.
But I mean,
Mm,
it is Aizen. But I'm saying the people you just named are the people that you can rely on in the Bleach world.
dang.
Everybody else are going to die and be folded up as usual. And the only other two people that might get something in are Kenpachi's subordinates. Because they like to fight. So they
And
kind of going to let them win.
You know what? That dude with the fly drip with the little Michael Jackson hair was Kiyoraku or whatever. The- Man, I ain't seen him fight yet, man. I think he fronting. Man. I don't even know if he
Are
can
you talking?
fight
Wait,
like
man, you
that.
talking about the one with the flashy kimono?
Yeah, the flower kimono. I
Hey,
don't
hey,
even know
hey,
if he
hey,
can
whoa,
fight
whoa, whoa,
like
hey,
that,
don't
man.
hate on my boy. Hold on,
I ain't
hold up.
seen him fight though, man. I ain't
He
seen him
don't
scrap.
he don't fight because first of all, he only fights when it's necessary, partner.
Mm,
He
he
don't
said
he
when
don't
it's
really be
necessary.
first of all, he don't even be caring like that. He be like, look, other than his twin and the ladies he like, he don't care about y'all.
Dang.
And the captain, cause that's like his surrogate dad, but he's kind of the lazy person of the bunch.
Mm,
But he
mm.
liked to drink, he liked to flirt, and he liked to party. But he's cold with it. He good. Like he fight
Mm.
when he fight, it's gonna be somebody worth fighting.
Oh, all right, all
He
right.
wanted like he don't be fighting just any old body. And he's a little weird, a little perverted, but he be like, look, I don't care about y'all people.
He said, I ain't thinking about y'all. All right, cool. So, um, with that, the only thing I'm gonna end on is there's a last little bit to remind you guys that the anime for Castlevania is coming. Do not forget.
Yeah.
That's right. Castlevania is coming back. They dropped a new trailer today. And yo, I don't know who Richter Belmont is, but that boy seemed like he don't play. He put on the Ryu headband, like bruh, he ready to go. I'm like, this is my type of character.
Yeah, Victor is he rolled tough, man. Like
Yo, bruh, he look like he ain't playing no games.
where Trevor had to like kind of kick himself back into gear from the beginning of the season. Ain't none of that with Victor.
Nah, from this trailer, it seemed like Richter come through looking like, yo, where the vampires at?
Victor knows what it is, what his family done been through, how they barely survived, and then they've been, cursed or excommunicado for a long, long time. So yeah, Victor ain't playing. Like Victor gotta live. Like, cause
And look, I saw this new trailer. It got me excited. I'm glad that we look. I'm glad that we got more Castlevania. It would be lovely to get some Vampire Hunter D, but this will do. Also, Marvel Blade anime. I'm not talking about that whack stuff y'all did when y'all was doing all that anime stuff.
hey
Trash
man,
that.
I like that one. I don't know what you're talking about, man. I like
I
that.
thought it was that because they did that. They did
Well, they didn't
X
really
Men.
do it. They just let
Well, yeah,
somebody else put their.
yeah, but y'all need to have a more directorial hand over that because like that.
I,
Anyway,
you know
look.
what? In fact, I'm glad you say that. I think I was thinking to myself, y'all, Marvel, if you want to do some anime, if you want to do R-rated fare, you can let Blade be animated and let somebody do like, just take it over and just be like, hey man, slap the Marvel license on it. Just let them get the Wesley Snipes design down or close to it, and
Yeah.
then let Blade go. Let Blade just do his Blade things, 10 episodes of straight ass kicking, and we fine.
Mm-hmm.
If
Because
you
this
want,
that Castlevania trailer they dropped today was straight. I am all here for it. You had a sister in there, sister with some locks. You know what I'm saying? Slicing some kind of monster in half, bro. Look, let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Richter took out the little Ryu headband, put it on. Look, it's over.
bruh, I want at least 3. I want several seasons of Richter. Give me all the Belmonts. Maybe we ain't got to go into the future one where it's Alucard taking over again. But who knows? We don't know how they're gonna adapt it. But if they go to like the whole story of it, there could be several years of uh Castlevania if they really, really, really want to.
Yeah, because there's more Belmonts, and honestly, since this is the adaptation, you can create your own Belmont. Like, and I know people be like, creating characters doesn't work. Yeah, but you love Harley Quinn, don't you? Because she didn't come from the comics. She was just made up for the animated series. And we can't get y'all sweaty dudes, get her name out of y'all sweaty dudes' mouths.
Oh, say it
So,
again. I missed that one. What you just said? Which character?
Harley
Harley
Quinn.
Quinn.
Yep, she was created for the show. Hey
So
man,
it's
let's not
like,
hate on sweaty dudes, man. Come on, man. I mean, I know what you're talking about. I know. I
you
ain't gonna
know what
say.
I
I
mean?
know what you mean. Yeah, she got her fans.
Yeah.
I need to
But
watch
yeah,
Harley Quinn.
Castlevania looks heated. You know what I'm saying, and primed for that fire. I already watched the first Castlevania over again. It was actually a quick watch because it was like 20-minute episodes, and Netflix ain't got no commercials, so you just roll through that joint. Just skip the
It's
intro and skip the outro. Matter of fact, speaking of skip, um, Crunchyroll, I'm gonna need a skip intro
you ain't
button
you ain't
on
getting
your
it.
app.
You ain't
All
getting it.
right, we like your Roku app. You're gonna need to update it, or hire me. I can
You know
give you a
why
better interface.
you're not getting it, Mike? Because you
What?
disrespecting the OPs and the endings. They gonna be like, you
Look,
gonna get all these minutes into the episode count.
because I'll just be hitting fast forward. I'm like, fast forward. And matter of fact, and Hulu too. Hulu, y'all need to skip intro. Come on, man.
I
And
admit
what's going
Netflix.
on?
Shout out to Netflix. Whoever's writing their code and updating it, bro. They even got like the arcs broken up for One Piece for all the episodes they got. They
Yeah,
got
cause
East
like
Blue,
Netflix know
this
what
and
they
that.
doing.
They's like, oh, and you know what? Sorry, I'm not gonna jump on Gamma's toes, but I was like, let me skip right down to the spiritual part of where the anime line up with the show part of it, just to jump in because I seen enough, so I just like, all right, I know what's going on enough, so
He's like, I know what's going on.
I kind of
See,
watched it years ago with some of the 4 kids stuff, and then do Adult Swim,
I've
you
never
know,
watched it, so I'm gonna be jumping in kind of blind, but I'm actually
man.
excited to jump in on it blind because it'll be something brand new for
Woo!
me.
I would say definitely use your powers of skip. Flow through it. Don't watch. You don't have to watch
Oh no, I'm
every.
just watching. I'm talking about the live action. I ain't watching
Okay. Oh, all
the
right.
anime.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I ain't saying that. I ain't hating on anime. It's still it's definitely of the
Well,
last
I can tell by
generation.
the art style, it's not. I ain't gonna feel it like that.
I feel that you wasn't. I mean, that's kind of what got me in some of the.
And it's weird because its art style isn't too far from Lupin, but I really like Lupin, and I don't like the art style from One Piece. But they're not super dissimilar.
Yeah, they not. Even though the new Dupont they upped it a little bit where it isn't as goofy, they still have that that swooshing, whatever you call it, look. But it's like they don't emote too crazy. But of course, this was like the '60s and '70s where everybody like if you were like a weird looking character, funny looking. Like basically, One Piece take all the funny looking characters of Lupin and amped it up to like 11, and then every other character looked like that. It's like where it just used to be like Lupin would do stupid stuff, or if you fat and ugly and old and Lupin or anime back in the day, you gonna look fat, old, and ugly and weird. And you know, if you're pretty, you just like you stay pretty. You know, you don't emote at all. Now everybody can emote and do different things, as Zom 100 show us. And Kensho be, he out here ripped, but he be looking crazy. They be like, they do the whole
Kensho
thing.
be ripped, but then also be butt naked as many times as he can be butt naked.
Yeah, he
I mean, that's his answer.
He just like being free, man.
Hey,
Some
no
people
matter
just
what
wanna
the
be
question
free.
is, that's his answer.
Believe it or not, there's gonna be scenes that's gonna get him out of trouble. In fact, it gets him out of trouble every single
Yeah,
episode.
it's got him out of trouble before. It's gotten Akira out of trouble.
It's his superpower.
Yeah. But anyway, I'm gonna throw it to Mark Dub. Final thoughts, and where can they find you?
Hey man, great job DC with Superman. I still ain't giving WB no props. Y'all need to get rid of Zavlov.
Please.
Yeah, he gotta go.
End the strike now.
In the strike, get rid of that sap sucker. He getting way too much money to say the people ain't eating. So, I'm Mark Dub 44 on the Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. About to get off that platform because I don't like Elon.
Amen.
I'm Mark Wallace in real life. Oh, and I'm Mark Dub on IG.
Mm-hmm.
Holla at me in
Believe
these
that.
streets.
Then let me throw it over to Koopa. Yeah.
quick things. Shout out to Level 1 Demon Lord. I have actually enjoyed that more than I should have. It still got its trash moments. You talk about fan service. There's about 3 strong episodes of fan service in that thing. And I mean, one character make Yurihime look like a good Catholic Christian schoolgirl. Hey, Mark knows. Mark know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
He can testify to this. She's still a cool character. But this is actually legally made for older teen to grown people. So it's a sign that it is not a shonen.
Yeah, it's like, made for grown folks, then it's cool.
Like they actually have smoking and drinking in it, which Japan is very weird about. Like if you can drink beer in a shonen. Well, actually no, I don't think you can drink beer and sake in a shonen because Zom is not a shonen. It's a seinen. So once you get to that classification, beer, other intent, all good. So, but I'll just say, they don't pull that teeter on the line stuff, and sometimes they obliterate the line in shonen. But I guess for some reason that's okay, but you can't show somebody drinking sake. I don't understand their censorship. But I have enjoyed Level 1 Demon 1. It actually is more serious than I thought. It actually got a little world politics in it for its world. It's wild if you like reverse isekai feel. I love a hero that's just not, shy to Sherry. I can appreciate a good messed up hero. If you don't want your little squeaky clean innocent dudes, this is not the one. He is a bum, but he's a well-meaning bum. He got a little raggedy house. And it's bad when your mortal enemy see how terrible you doing. They're like, look, before I kill you, I gotta make you a better man. Like I gotta build you back up. This is sad. It was funny to me, so I've enjoyed that. Of course, shout out to Superman. Just bravo, hand clap, good job, Studio Mirror.
For real.
Good job to all the voice actors. I want to strongly say that, to Jack Quaid, to Ismail. I gotta say his name, Jason. Ishmael. I forgot his whole name, but he's the brother. He is a brother playing a brother. Shout out to Jimmy. He's rich now. Jimmy that came on up. He done sold Firebird for $5 million. So just wanted to give Jimmy gonna be balling in these streets next season. And shout out to to what's her name, Lee is her last name. So shout out to them for incorporating her Korean heritage. This shout out to all the people who hating on diversity and other folks doing things in anime and voice acting. Also, I want to speaking of diversity real quick. I'm gonna say this. I don't know if you started Metalbots yet. I used to joke.
Nah.
I felt like the voice actor might be black, but I was like a black person can play this. Turns out Metalbeat was a brother all along.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he
All
old.
right, okay.
This is just the way he does this thing when he's like, when he gets mad, he be like, and it's like, I swear he a brother when he does that. And he was a brother. Canadian brother, but he a brother. And it's like, man, you tell him this is why Meta B is a GOAT. And maybe this is why it was a sleeper hit. They knew, and they ain't want to tell us. Back in
they'll never want a brother to
hell
shine,
yeah.
man.
And like he's I don't know what else he's done did, but he done said some other stuff. And he did the voice on the. I don't know if I shared the video. I'm gonna share the video too. I think I did share the video to you. But Metalbots is very beloved. Remake that. Give that to Studio Trigger to remake it.
Okay.
Trigger should
right.
do. In fact, it is a low key. It is low key a Trigger anime anyway. A lot of people from Trigger and Gainax worked on it. Trigger. But I think somebody stole. I ain't gonna say stole the rights to it. Bro, the people let the rights to Metalbots expire, and somebody in Europe bought it. So I think it's in IP hell.
Oh boy.
And this is something that has several video games in Japan, and they just let them get. They just did not renew it. Like, bruh. Like, can you see Nintendo and them, the Pokemon company, ever letting Pokemon go? They ain't never letting Digimon go. Whoever owns card capture soccer. So you let a little Mega Man robots that fight each other, like, that's dope. And it still they have blood, still has some kid friendship stuff. Like, give me, I'll take the IP if you don't want it. Like,
yeah, it's like if you don't want this IP, I'll take it out.
Tripping. Like, you could do so much with better. Like the little video that was talking about, like, as AI become more a real thing, Metabots make more sense. To like the future, as kids would have like little robots they fight more, as esports and other stuff.
Like VR and AI, it's like a perfect setup.
And you talking about 20-something years later, there's all the kids who like now getting the Pokemon. They let probably money slip in their hands, but that's neither here nor there. That's a shout out to them for doing that documentary and mentioning that. Good points. Thanks us for letting us know that Meta B was a brother all along.
Nice.
So I'm Keith Cooper. You can find me at www.blurdish.com. That's www.blerd-ish.com. Of course, blurred-ish on IG. And now Threads. I started Threads today. I'm still on Twitter, but find me on Threads. Facebook as well. Keith Cooper on Facebook. And that place, X. So stupid. And of course,
I'm telling you, it's a tax dodge. I'm pretty sure it is.
It's something. Next con, we will be at the Terrebonne Parish Comic Con next week. In town, I'm gonna be by several people that you've seen me with the Microcon. Several vendors around this wonderful place from the region around here, and this is gonna be in a library, another library con. It's free. It is first time it's returning since COVID. I can't wait. It's now a 2-day. It expanded to a 2-day. We're gonna have like maybe 50 something vendors, panels. Our homies the Bear and the Beard, they're coming back. They're gonna be into the town. They're gonna be doing a panel. Just much love. We're gonna have fun.
That's what's up. And of course, NERDSoul, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, podcast, all that jazz. Until the next time a brother has to show up with a turban and save all y'all lives. This is from me to you saying peace.
Peace.
We out, y'all.